Well, hello, this is Jiminism Total Nerdery channel, and this is your favorite game, perhaps, StarMade! Today we will continue with the epic building of a perfectly normal transport vessel. Yeah, I know it sounds exciting. Anyways, in the last episode we asked a question to the subscribers about if we should keep the interior pillars or not. And subscriber has spoken. Oh yes, Isimiel was the first one to suggest we should keep them because it makes it look more sturdy. And I have to tell you, Isimiel, if you're watching this episode as well, you're perfectly right about that. It looks much more sturdy and it kind of looks super cool and all. However, we do want to hot it up a little bit, so we will do some not fixing, but how to say, we'll make them look a bit more fancy basically. And I think we should basically make them more spherical, not spherical, what I mean, more rounded kind of. The unfortunate part is we are an uneven amount of numbers, so they'll be pointing in this direction instead. So what do we do about that? Well, we do a compromise, which I just came up with. Let's revert those blocks there. Alright, here we have it. We're going to make a asymmetrical thing tube with them. I don't know how to explain that in better words, but you can see these one we're going to put like this, and the other side of the pillar we're going to do the same, so they'll actually be kind of yeah, a cool shape and all. I think that will be great. Also, of course you don't know this, but I have spent lots of time to put together my playlists finally, so I can get in some new music I bought, got from free sites, and you know, from the channel. Of course it's very difficult to list particularly exactly what song was used at what time, because that would be basically more work than, you know, it would just be insane much work to try to find what song it was, you know, afterwards, exactly at what time points. Yeah, so how it works on this channel, the music that are used on the channel, they're all listed at the end of the video, like the creators. And if you wonder the name of a particular song, you can just ask me and I look it up and I'll give you the answer. Yep. So anyways, here we have the stripped down pillars. They look a bit more sleek, but still sturdy. I think that's kind of nice. Now something I really want to do is the chambers look completely horrid, depressed and sad at the same time, which makes me depressed and sad just looking at them. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, what is this? Excuse my language, but this is just horrible. Indeed, someone has to fix that. And do you believe who that is? Oh yes, that's me. Like, if you look at the reactor, you can see, ooh, a nice little reactor in there. Of course, we want it to look nice if someone would scan the ship and try to kill us. You know, it's very important to look fancy in all situations. This of course means that, you know, the shields also look cool and all, but this just looks depressing. So what are we going to do then? Well, we are of course going to replace them and place them at nice new places and stuff. Now, it's faster to just remove them by hand because there's so few, otherwise I'll just remove an area of them, which we'll do here. somewhere like that, and pick with camera, not replace, and pick with camera. Okay, it's already picked, great. And we'll just remove them. Fantastic. No. No. Are you kidding me? Impressive. I just found out that if you didn't know that, and of course you didn't, because who would know that? It seems that the block. Oh, and these are actually different. Depending on what level those reactor chambers are, they seem to be completely different blocks. Didn't know that before. Alright, clear that one. And now, alright. And this one seems pretty isolated, yeah? Turn rate 3. Alright. I think this looks kind of neat enough. However, perhaps we can... I mean, is it symmetrical? And it is not symmetrical, which makes me a bit sad. Let's put 3 blocks there. And now it's 23. Alright. Yeah, I know. Oh no! Maybe waste of time, but I do want it to be symmetrical and all. Oh no, we remove the block in the roof. Should probably remove that later anyway, so... Alright, now it's the minimum functional size. And I bid you excuse me, but this is not a very important function, so we'll just keep it at the minimum functional size and be happy with that. Very happy. Fantastic. By the way, you're listening to, I don't know, I just call it the EMD list. I know it contains sidetrans and stuff like that as well, but, you know, it's a general feeling of the list. Right. Right. So what's next? Now we want to make the cool chambers things. Of course we want to put it out there. And now is the big fail is me trying to remember what modules we did have in the last version. I believe we had a auto-charging multi-level charge drive at this side. And they need to be 20 big. So let's see here. What's the cube root of 20? Or what would be like? That's not. Let's see here. You know what's funny? When I think of mathematics, of course, I noticed there is a. You know, I know 3 languages decently enough to communicate and think in those languages. And that is Swedish, English, and Japanese. When I think in Swedish, and I'm doing particularly math is the worst. I'm fastest in Swedish, second fastest in English, and if I think about math in Japanese, I'm really slow. It's kind of impressive how much the language actually differs in basically processing speed of mathematical numbers. I guess it's because I'm less used to using basically manipulations, yes, to manipulate numbers in the head is kind of a difficult task in another language. 8 more blocks. Right, and then I see the shape. No, I didn't see the shape, never mind. 8 more blocks, okay. Well, oh yes. It's just exactly so we can't make it. That's depressing. Alright. Now it requires 2 more blocks and it will be asymmetrical. Damn it. It disturbs. I want cubes. And 20 is a small number, so you can't really, you know. If you put some extra, there will be a lot of extra ones. But wait, here is -1. Yes. Maybe I can sort something out. Symmetry. Probably a mundane thing to spend your time on, but 6. Right. And of course I'd like to remove, and now it's the functional size. Now we need 3 more blocks. Okay, almost. Oh, but wait. If I remove 9 blocks, 3 more blocks. Oh no, it will just be 2, never mind. Okay. I guess it will be slightly asymmetrical then. Damn me. Alright, that will be it. But wait. I could use conduits. Yes, yes, excellent. Oh no, I need, okay, never mind. It's too small to play. Well, let's just do it with this. I wonder, can we remove that? We can, nicer. And the second chamber will go off here. We want it to be a bit separate, so around there. And then we need 20 blocks again. We need 12 more blocks. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, I was not kidding myself. Never mind. Of course it has to be asymmetrical. Never mind. 3 more blocks. I want it to have the same shape, but it can't stick out too much. Oh well. I want it to be the same shape. Cool. What? Why? Alright. Reactor mobility, turn rate 3. Specify chamber. And the one thing was, oh yeah, this one is going to be multi-charge, you know? So that the other one can be multi-charge level 5,000 million. Fantastic. And then we are going to have the multi-charge, yes. But this will be even more asymmetrical. That's a problem. Might need to remove 1 conduit block. 4 more blocks. Yeah. It will be too depressingly asymmetrical. I can't deal with that. Damn symmetry complicates my life. Alright, let's set this up. And what are we wanting to have? We want to have Of course, auto charge. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh, what? Oh no. What? Wait. Now I'm confused. What did I do wrong now? We have the FTL chamber. Oh yes. This is confusing. Oh wait here a second. Jump auto charge. Doesn't that... Yeah, there is... Now, wait, how did I do it last time? I'm sorry, this will be like the last episode all over again. Now this is also connected to Reactor, which is wrong. That's the problem. And we have the turn rate thing. Whoops. No. Which is over there. Reactor FTL chamber. And of course we can't connect this up, because this needs to be connected to that reactor. Oh no, I messed up. That's a big miss. It of course it makes very much sense, but well. Well. What do you do? That needs to be there though. Alright. Oh no, it shouldn't be the third level, because we don't even have, or do we have any more levels? Multi-charge. No, we don't actually need, not for this one, we don't need more than 2-layer tree. Well, we want to have multi-charge. Well, this is slightly problematic. Well, fortunately... right. So, we can't really connect it to there, because we need to take it from the second reactor, and we can't have them touching. So perhaps we could lead the tube... Oh yeah, perhaps it will be a tight fit here. I would really like to have some from the depth feature or something where you could make the... where you could just make it invisible or something. Alright, so if we had it here... Yeah, that may actually work. Or maybe not, damn it. Probably not. Was it connected up in a different way last time? It feels like I'm missing something important here. Of course it can't be. Let's level it up. But anyways. Yeah, okay. We'll just have to offer some firepower. No problems. Okay. So from here we go straight through to there. We pipe it down from the reactor, from there. And yes, I know that turning the block is completely only for the aesthetics, but anyways. Yes. So if we had it here. One block covered, right? Here we have it. So now we could set it up. Oh no! Of course, I missed that one. It touches the reactor. The flop. Alright, let's just replace that block there. Alright, we need to just lead this, maybe it's better to lead it, no it's not better to lead it there, never mind. Just need to literally make ends meet. Great. There we have it. And auto charge. Fantastic. Can we level that up? No, we can't. Never mind. 65% used. Does this means that no? The reactor. We now have turn rate 3. Jump drive, auto charge, multi-charge, which is leveled up. We still have 30 cold reactor capacity left. That tick points did kind of stuck. It sticked in my mind. And here we have, there's the conduits. Here we have all the reactor compartments. Possibly it would be better to fill this wing with more components, but well. Actually, that's a much better idea. Damn it. Anyways, let's do that. How much can we undo? Not too much. Right, then we need to connect the cannon up, connect the cannon module, just to replace that in there. Remove. Place that back. Right. Build that thing back there. And we took it from under the side there. Okay. We have one there, we have one there. That's not needed. It goes from there. Then we can lead. Why didn't I think of this? It's kind of makes me feel less intelligent right now. Well, anyways, we're going to take that from there, and we're going to put it right here. And with one block covered, it should be able to have the same shape, which it will. And we are now going to build a nice shape of it. No, come on. Alright. And now I can specify this chamber to auto charge. That's a much better setup. Nice, fantastic. We now have our reactor nicely set up. And now then. Well, well, well. We should now totally make it look a bit more habitable. So we'll begin with making the walkway up to the deck. And what are we gonna use? We're going to use some metal mesh. I think I want to have the... no, not metal mesh. The grills. Curious block. Now let's see here. How much steep of an angle would this be? It actually doesn't look impossible. I thought I would need to make it in 2 layers. Perhaps I don't need to. Yes, I do. Okay, never mind. Yeah, definitely. It will be down here. Impossible. Can't have that. However, we might as well construct the USD. And the really hard thing with this USD is that I would kind of like having it extend, but the problem with that is that then we can't use it currently. Of course, I think all systems, even on Rails, should be perfectly usable, but they're not at this time. So we actually need to make the USD hard wired or hard, you know, built. So how are we going to do that? And as you remember, rail to the right. This should be the adequate height, like this. Actually, I just realized this follows a perfectly normal ship tradition. The loading place is on barboard. Wait, port, I mean. In Swedish it's babord, but it's on the port side. And not the starboard. Well, well, well. Here will be the dock, and of course we'll make it... It will be completely flat surface like this. It's the only sensible thing. And then, let's see here. We'll have some... cool docking thing. I think we'll have it be a faction dock here, so only faction things can dock to it for, you know, repair or something, emergency, whatever. We don't want to be accidentally boarded. And I also believe this will actually be a light cargo ship. So we'll make a little circuit for that later to switch between the different rail types. Anyway, so where is the girder? The girder is a really nice and underestimated block. You can see this side is perfect to use as you know, it just begs to fit a door in there. But a lot of people The one problem with the girder is that you can't turn it in all directions you want. That's the big downside, but anyways, it's a super nice flooring block. So I'll just make a little flooring of it here. Now let's see here, 2 blocks. We can have it go down. Okay, let's see here. Could have it stick out here. How do we want this? We want this to go down directly. Like this. I think we'll need to use all the spice we got. Make it. This might make it look too steep. Yeah, let's try to make it this way. What is this block anyway? Dark grey hull. Oh, it's just the difference between the hull and the... Okay. Because these looks the same color as this now, which they're not, which makes the whole thing super confusing. Grey. Hard to work with sometimes. Alright, maybe we'll need to do like this, and this, so we can have a little platform thing, make it go down. Well, this is not going to be enough space. Alright, we have to use this extra block space here, it's impossible otherwise. Alright. But we don't want the entrance to be so wide. I think 3 blocks is good enough. Like this. No. If we have it straight down, of course. Alright. 1 block too far, that is. Tricky, yeah. Alright, it's apparent we need to draw the entrance lobby a bit to the side like this. But will we be sure to use this to our advantage somehow? But that means we have some extra space, which is perfect. We are going to draw it 1 line closer, like this. We'll see if we can make it 3 wide, which is of course the optimal. Two blocks wide, 2 blocks wide. Okay, it has to be 2 wide. But like this anyways. Of course we need to drag out the entrance part here as well. Like that. Well, then we can have a little ticket counting gate, because of course this will be a commercial transport. So preferably I'd say Jimodism Industries employees and hired personnel flies for free. It should have some cargo compartments, and it should also have seats for, you know, tickets for customers that just wants to get from point A to point B for not too expensive. Alright, this will be the entrance part, and girders, no, I mean grills are not useful here actually. However, I kind of like it when it's kind of thick like this. There's, you know, it looks steady. I think the kind of main line through this ship will be that the whole thing will kind of look steady and all. So it's kind of built to look and have a safe feeling basically in the aesthetic design. And of course, I don't know how strong this shield is now, but volume wise it's the largest system on the ship, and the shields are supposed to be very strong on this thing, for its size that is. Anyhow, we will have a little entrance for the machine bay here, kind of. We'll just have a little like this. We need to have the normal hall here. And let's see here. Let's have the inside to be kind of bluish. I wonder if we want blue or teal, but let's see here. Blue. Oh yeah, right, the new blue looks very blue. New. Oh, for the engine or the mechanics compartment, we'll definitely have this nice little blue here. Anyways, are these visible? Nope. Great. Replace them with blue. This one is also not visible. Great. Put it there. We want it to look nice even from the engineer's compartments, yes? And I would have, you know, the blast door in normal cases, but you know, because it's hull beside, it wouldn't make sense, because then you could just break through the hull. But it should be a closed door like this. However, 2 blocks high is enough. Should look a bit crammed. The entrance that is. Of course it's not crammed at all, but like that. And you just step down to the industrial floor directly. And you can see the reactor and almost interact with it. Yep. And there we have it. But here we have the interior of the vessel. One thing, however, we want to replace this thing with white. We're starting to build this in white now. So we're just going to do some replace operations. And, oops, replace with current. I'm just going to replace area. I'm just waiting for the replace function to actually also have the select area option. That would be pretty cool. Alright, so one block wider, I guess. And deeper. Okay, like that. Okay, good. Actually, I can... Yeah, okay, great. Magically turn white. These parts, of course, also need some pimping. And it's so hard to see. It's so hard to see colors in this game if you are not used to it. That is apparently a gray block. Because of the contrast, it kind of makes them disappear. Because it's a whoa, redo, liquid camera, like that. Okay, good. Oh no. Now we need to put these back. Because the interior parts should be gray indeed. That. And of course we need to do it to them as well. And this one, okay, fantastic. And that one. Now, of course, these detailing parts is not really crystallized if we should have an or no, but that's a later issue. I actually like the underside of the ship, like the entire under part. This is dark gray, so that's fine. Yeah, except the structure blocks inside. And I think it's easier to just replace the color of the underside of the ship. And then we have the flooring here. Ew, right. Yeah, that will be faster. We'll just pick gray. Whoops. And from the entire under part of the ship, we'll switch it to the color of choice. See here, one higher, great, like that. Now I take this block and replace it by that one, and we need that block, and we replace it by that one. Take that block. And replace it. Cool. Now what we want to do is actually we can remove these pillars here temporarily. Of course, those are needed, but I'm going to pick that and put back some gray colors in here. Perfect. Yeah, I think that will do. And now it comes to the question of flooring. What color should we have in here? Well, possibly we could use gray for these as well. Maybe we can do some nice connection blocks like this, perhaps. Basically doing nice drawings. How fun. Right. Now then, these white blocks here are we're going to put in the girders. Let's use a little area flooring basically. Oh. And we draw a line around through there, I think. Let's see here. We can make these as well. Okay, cool. No, not that one. Or yes. We'll replace it. We'll block it with some other blocks later on. Around this, perhaps. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, it's taking color as well as shape. Now, I wonder, let's see here. Perhaps this is an area where we could use the color of gray. Generally a slightly overused color in this game, I do admit. I see some people basically only building with gray. Which of course I do want to avoid. But sometimes gray is the right color, and it's definitely a super good either colors for details on focus on you know, colored chips. It's kind of the only colors for details in terms of details that should look somewhat system-like, because it's the ultimate kind of system color. You know, it looks like unpolished, you know, not unpolished, but it looks like metal basically. That's why it's a great detail color. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a perfect use of the, wait for it, corner block. We can see we need to reshape this side here. We need to make it a bit sturdier. Oh, this will be a really flush design. No, we're wrong. Oh no. the area is actually blocked. Is it that block? No. Of course not that block. Oh, it's a bit too flush. Never mind. Oh, now we come to that problem again. I see. Question is if we should instead, yeah, that's a nice idea. End it there, so we indeed can have this design. That's great. What is this for a block? Ew. Never mind. Or actually, I do mind. Remove them. Wrong. Here we have them. What? Where is it? There we have it. Nice. Nice designs. Alright, now then. Should actually draw a support line out. Oh no, we need to make it angled, I see. No, wrong. Here we have it. Cool. Now then. I want to do something fun with these parts. Of course the shields can't stick through like this. That's abomination. No, abominational. I believe that is a word. Anyways. Ew, right. This part of the design we kind of forgot about. Alright, let's just do like this. Do like this. Here we have some stuff being non-replaced as well, which is problematic. Excellence. And now it's all white and shining. How splendid. Now remains the design of the cockpit and the windows. The regular spacing of this kind of white for the passenger sides does look good. However, I can see that to make it more balanced, we need to clear this and basically add another line here. Which will make us need to update the design some good bit. Yeah, so these lines here will need to resign them. Redesign. Now I believe we should probably just have a whoops, line going up from here as usual. There we have it. like the not the easiest angle to make. I wonder if it's... Oh, probably not. Never mind. Never mind. Can put a line this way. Well, let's just make a regular shape like this. Oh no, like that. Oops, we're going on. When I think of it, it actually might have been faster to just paste it and replace the colors. Which makes this line obsolete. Interesting. It looks like all the side brands queued itself together nicely. Maybe I don't even use random playback. Who knows? I should. Right. It depends what we want to do with this part. Down here I want to have some kind of intakes, but here we could have a small window, but I think maybe we should not. Hard one. Oh well, for the moment let's close this off a little more. Not that too much though. We might have a small window, and then this only one block high window. Okay, like this kind of. Yeah, okay. Let's see how we do with this more later on. This can be a nice little intake thing. Perhaps we should make it one block, one side narrower by basically blocking this off here. Then we need one there. Yeah, this is a nice little hexagonal thing. I like that. What happens if we actually put wedges here? Would it look too closed off or not? Wait, there we have it. Like that it would be. Maybe a bit too closed off, but let's leave it there for now. Possibly. I mean, I'm just experimenting now, but imagine this like weapon outputs, and it totally doesn't really work. Not if we want a weapon block. We can just make it an imaginable output. That could work. Actually, are we going to work on these ones a little bit, perhaps? I want them to be kind of really flush, but we could make them more shaped. Now I'm using grey hull, which is not what I want to use. White hull, thank you. I thought it looked a bit invasive. There we have it. White and black is the hardest color to see, what kind of direction you turn things in. It's really hard. You have to have a trained eye. Oh yeah, and I guess it helps having this visible. I have to admit, it does look a bit weird. I think we're going to opt for a more organic shape here. We're going to reshape the front slot a little bit so that we can basically fit in these. Right. I don't know what I think about these right now. They look a bit too much, kind of. If we try and just continue reshaping this a little bit. You know, it would really be nice if the undo mode just had more, you know, you could undo more times. I wonder if this is a thing that can be that we can do a setting of. I will ask Andy after this tutorial, our little support from the development team. We're so glad that he exists. Right. You know, this is a pretty interesting shape. Indeed. Alright, let's move that out with a little theatre here. Okay, let's reset these guys. Alright, here we are, like that. Interesting. Let's try to bring this wing one block further down. Just like this. It would probably be possible to make it. Let's see how it looks like. Whoops, made it a bit wider like this. It looked better when it was more sharp, actually. Yeah, that's the look I want to go for. Because I imagine... No, this angle might be a bit too sharp. What would happen if we made it like that and put that one block one further down like that? It looked better before, never mind. Possibly we can make a little knot thing here. And let's see here. Either we want to bind this together. Oh yeah, that's the perfect hexagon we want. Nice. I imagine this could be another color as well. But I think we'll play around more with the red stripes when the shape and everything is more done. As you can see, this shape just begs to be smoothened out in the edges here. Actually have some pretty good opportunity to and I can't see this block. Okay, there we go. I was saying something, but I stopped. Oh well. Hopefully no big intellectual loss anywhere. Right. That's a too thick line. Never mind, let's keep that the same as the other ones. Like that. Oh no, that's wrong. Or perhaps if we made it like this. Unfortunately we don't. Yes we do. Okay, nice. Never mind. Sometimes I think we come up with a block shape that doesn't exist, which happens sometimes, but other times it's just me failing to understand the broad usage of the corner block. However, it does require some tinkering. Ugh. This shape is starting to get a little bit too organic. I somehow wanted a weird indent there. I don't know, maybe we'll remove it later. Yeah, let's think about that later. These side pillars, however, would be really cool if we could have them be girders. So that's what we're going to do with the tech piece thing inside. Right. Except we need to replace this block here so we can have them symmetrical. Oh yeah. Oh yes. How we're supposed to add Windows operating system is a question we'll deal with later. I can actually I mean, we want this indented line here, so the window has to be in the same level as the girder. But I can actually see how we'll do that. Now the problem is I do want this to be light, but crystal armor looks kind of cool. So we'll place crystal armor, and if it's too heavy, we'll replace it later. Actually, we don't need that. We can just have straight blocks like that. Of course, even though we use crystal armor, we are not going to use more blocks than necessary. Kind of like this. Oh. Right. We forgot. Where is it? Damn it. Copy selection. There we go. We can paste it. Fantastic. Anyways, I think this will be it for this time. We'll continue building on the ship later on. Anyways, I'd like to ask you, everyone, again, if you have some great suggestions or some things you want to have in the ships or some great ideas, post them to me in the comments. I promise I will listen. I will read the comments, and if it's a good idea, I will definitely add it in the ship. So say some ideas you'd like to see in the ship, and I'll see you around. This is Jimmy from Total Nerdy Channel, signing out.